I have been slept on for quite some years. I just said to Jay, I was like, I really want to do a death match. And he was like, you don't. And I was like, I do. I really want to do one. I do feel like I'm, getting a name for myself now.
Welcome back to Grapple Theory. Thanks so much for joining us once again. I've had a little bit of a break here, but we're here now with a fresh new look. We're going to have the same great guests though. We're going to be championing indie wrestling as we always have. And we're kicking off with the amazing Lucy Sky, who's had just an incredible year and a half in wrestling. Lucy, thanks so much for being back on the podcast. How have you been?
I've been really good. Not good at the minute, not going to lie. Full of a cold. But yeah, good.
Well, I appreciate you being a warrior and coming on anyway, despite that power into it. It means a lot. And I'm glad you're feeling well enough to do it. But I mean, in the ring, aside from the cold, aside from any illnesses that might have happened, let's talk about sort of your last year and a half, because you have been absolutely smashing it. I mean, how has it felt for you the last sort of 12, 18 months? Because it feels like, watching you as a fan, it feels like it's just been just a roller coaster where it's all been upward trajectory at the minute, just straight up.
Yeah. It feels like, so I've been wrestling now for 11 years this month, and it finally feels like, I'm out there now. It took a long time, a lot of hard work, dedication and whatever. But I do feel like I'm, getting a name for myself now, and, proving to people, not to sleep on me, kinds of thing, which I have been slept on for quite some years. But yeah, it's good to, it's a good feeling to know I've made it.
You absolutely have. And like you say, I think it has been crazy the fact that again, you've been wrestling for so long, and it's so odd that it's only now that people seem to be sitting up and paying attention, because I think you have deserved that for a good few years before this. I mean, in terms of the last year and a half, for me, I say to a lot of people, and I said it when it happened over a year ago, I was like, that match that you had at Eve with Nightshade, I feel was the turning point for you, for both of you, to be honest. I feel like that match gave you both something that you'd been needing for so long, and it was brutal and it was hard hitting, and it showed, I feel this more aggressive side to you that and her as well, that people maybe hadn't seen before, and that's when people started to sit up and take notice.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when you work with someone, who's on your same caliber, when you just match their energy and you've got just so much in common, in the ring, once that takes off, there's no stopping you both. And I think that's what definitely happened with me and Nightshade. We've not wrestled much, we live at the opposite sides of the country, so, we don't meet often. But when we did meet, we had a banger. And still to this day, I'll say that's right up there with my favourite matches. And like you said, yeah, I definitely do see that match as a turning point in my career, because I was able to fully show what I was capable of. In that match, I just reached my full potential, because Nightshade was just there to match me for it. So yeah, I absolutely loved that match.
It was a great match. It was incredible. I say to a lot of people, I think up until that point, that was I think the best singles match I'd seen either of you have, because I thought you again, you were both just, it felt like the aggression was up, the ante was up, even though there was stakes storyline wise, obviously, but it didn't feel one of those sort of long running storylines where it was a huge match that had come to its big climax. It felt like that in the match. Pre-advertising, it didn't feel like that, but it felt like you gave it that. It felt like you gave it what you could have done at the end of a year long view.
Yeah, absolutely.
All on the table, and it was incredible. It was brilliant to watch. I mean, for you, because I know that, again, I see that as the turning point, but I know that at that point you've been upping that aggression in TNT places as well. You'd started to be a bit more aggressive, a bit more I guess beefy in the ring, right? Those hard hitting matches.
Yeah.
Was there something for you, either training wise or character wise, or something that drove that as a catalyst, that you were now it's time to step up the game?
I think you know, in the past, I've really struggled with like self-confidence and like being like myself. And, you know, the more people that I spoke to, it was just like, you know, like I'm not the smallest of girls, so emphasize it, use it. That's like your special power kind of thing. So I think just talking to people about it, and yeah, it got me over that hurdle that I was at. Thinking, you know, I can do all this like small girl flippy stuff. I was like, no, it's never gonna happen. Just accept the fact it's never gonna happen. And just be me. So I think that's what it was. And then when I got like the message off Dan and he was like, we're gonna go with you and Nightshade, I was like, brilliant, like that's what I need. You know, she, like I said, she just matched my energy, matched my wrestling, kind of thing. And yeah, we just like took it in our strides and absolutely smashed it. And like I said, to this day, it's still one of my favourite matches.
Yeah, for sure. And I love that. Like, do you feel more like yourself now in like the last sort of year or so? Do you feel more like true to who you want to be?
Absolutely, yeah. I still struggle with confidence or whatever, but I like before I'd go out and wrestle, I just put it to the back of my mind and just forget about it for a minute and just be myself, because like wrestling is like an escape place for me. So like as soon as I go out them curtains, it's just like everything's forgotten about. Just be me, do my best, and that's all I can do.
Yeah, I feel like you can see that, and like that's exactly what you're saying. Like, I feel like you can see that now in your performances. Like you're having these amazing, hard hitting matches that maybe like you weren't like you were capable of having, but like weren't having a few years ago. And like now it just feels like, yeah, this is who Lucy Sky is meant to be, just this absolute bruiser who's going to come into the ring and just kick the shit out of you.
Yeah. Will and Dan, you know, and Jay as well, like they all just help so much. Like they all know I struggle with confidence, struggle with who I'm meant to be, kind of thing. And with them three people behind me, I just feel like I can be me. You know, they're the right people who I need to, you know, support me and stuff like that. So yeah, it's down to them three. Basically, that's why I come out my comfort zone and just became who I am.
No, I love that. And I love that for them as well. Like, because again, we have people on all the time who talk about like, especially like, I know Will is obviously quite new to like the whole working with promotion sort of thing, but like, especially Dan and Jay, like people who come on and talk about like how they influence them and how like they're so good like backstage talking to wrestlers and helping them with what they can improve and how they can be better. And like, yeah, it is amazing to hear that. I mean, I was really interested to hear you say like, again, obviously, like you've been in the business for like a long time now, which I think like a lot of people seem to forget. I think a lot of people forget how long you've actually been doing this.
Yeah.
Like before the last couple of years, was there ever like a point where you were like, is this as far as I can go? Did you think like you reached like a peak?
Yeah. It was in like when I'd say the start of it was when I had my injury, when I snapped my arm. That was a real hurdle for me, because I was like, you know, it took me out of my real life job, you know, and it stopped everything. And I was like, is this what I want to do? Is this what I want to like pursue with or anything like that? And then, especially then when COVID hit, you know, there was not much wrestling going on whatsoever. And you was lucky to get like one show a month. And it just got to a point where like in COVID, I wasn't where I was now. I would never imagined I'd be where I was now. And I was just like, I'm not missing much. So do I carry on or whatever? And just like as COVID was easing off, Jay actually opened up a school in Wigan where I was living at the time. He opened Claw at Wigan, and it was literally on my doorstep. So I was like, I have no excuse. I'm gonna go. So yeah. But thinking back now, I'm so glad I didn't give up, because I wouldn't be where I am now. I wouldn't have Jay in my life if I'd given up then or anything. So yeah, I'm just so glad that I didn't give it up and I did carry on with it.
Yeah, and as a fan, I'm glad you did as well. Like, I think you had so much more to prove, and we're proving that now. And I think, like, again, as a fan, I'm just so happy for that. I'm so happy to see you out there now, like absolutely smashing it. Because I think it's what you've deserved for so long. And like, it's just great to see. It's great to see. I mean, I got to talk to you about, again, you traded Wigan for Liverpool. I mean, how has that been? Because again, like, especially Eve, which is the main place that I see you, especially like, you know, now you're getting like the shit up north chance. But like people are now having a go at you like a Liverpool, like it's your hometown. I'm like, well, again, is it now the hometown? Does it have that feel now? Is it starting to have that feel?
I'd say it's starting is, yeah. You know, you can take the girl out of Wigan, but you can't take Wigan out the girl. So that's always gonna stick. But yeah, moving to Liverpool, I think there's so many, like Wigan's like just Wigan. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just so out the way. And Liverpool, there's so much like wrestling in Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? Like in the northwest, like if you ask people where they're from, they're like Liverpool, Liverpool, Liverpool. Everyone's just seems to be from Liverpool. So yeah, I'm glad I can associate myself with them people now. But yeah, there's just so much wrestling going on, like in the Liverpool, you know, like area. It's crazy. So like, although if I still lived in Wigan, it's still accessible. But you know, you've got to do what you've got to do sometimes. And yeah, I live in Liverpool now.
Exactly. But again, like it gave you those opportunities. Again, we're not gonna talk about Eve for like the entirety of this book, but also gave you your Eve tag partner, Harley Hudson, who is again smashing it at the minute out in today, like absolutely killing it. But how much fun was that tag team? For like, again, I know I'm sure there'll be times when you guys like rekindle it for like the old match here. It feels like now it's like not split, but you're having a great singles run at the minute.
Yeah,
especially like. It feels like it's sort of like a parting of the ways thing. But how much fun had that been teaming with Harley for that? Because you look like you guys were just having a ball. Like,
yeah, we did. We literally just had so many laughs and giggles, especially like with my character at Eve. You know, and I think Harley Hudson as a heel is just so hilarious. She's so funny. Like she's so gobby and like scouse as well. It's just hilarious. So yeah, as much as like I was like the hard hitter bruiser, she was there to match the comedy funny side. So it just worked. Like literally on our Eve debut as a tag team, we won the tag championships. I just thought that was just so funny.
yeah,
But yeah, Lily's like absolutely smashing it now. Like I love her so much. She's absolutely killing it.
she is. And you guys posted, like you say, like you won the tag title. Like it was really funny. It was like like I always saw it as like a more colorful kind of Shawn Michaels Diesel kind of vibe, where like, she was like the loud, brash, obnoxious one, and you were just there like stoic, like cold as ice, just ready to kick the shit out of anyone. It's just that dynamic where she was the loud one, you were just like the like really chill, I'm gonna murder you sort of thing.
Yeah.
It was good. It was great to watch. It was so trying. And again, like you look like you had a blast doing it, which is, and I think like you both evolved from it as well. Like especially in Eve, like you both evolved from it and like drew things from each other. You can see by it, and now like especially like with the single stuff you're doing, you can see like the stuff you've learned from that.
Yeah, absolutely. She was like, Harley's just so amazing. Like I literally started wrestling with Harley, so we started like literally around like the same time. So we've literally grew together. And just to see her go off and spread her wings there is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and when you tag with her, you've got to start loving Liverpool, right? Regardless, like you can't.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it's gonna be trouble.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, again, like on that note, like again, we talk about like especially at Eve going singles now from the tag, like. What's next for Lucy Sky now? Because again, you've been on a tear. You've had some incredible matches, like not just the Nightshade one. Like you've had some awesome matches with like lights of Rio as well, and like basically like just tearing down everyone. Like I'm not booking 4 down here, but like we need to see Lucy Sky versus current Eve champion Nyla Rose, right?
Well.
Like surely that's on the table because you've been seeing it, right? Surely you're worthy of a title shot at this point.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. We've got to get through Willow first in November.
Yeah, that's huge. Let's talk about that. Like that's
like literally no one told me about it.
When your graphic went up at the show.
Yeah, I didn't know about it. all I could see, like, once my music was playing, all I could see was, like, Will Ospreay right at the back of the room going, wait there, wait there. And I was like, what? What? And then, yeah, it just played. Yeah, I'm so made up that I'm, like, being given this opportunity. It's absolutely huge for me. Like, this is by far the biggest match in my career. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I think I'll learn a lot more about myself during that match as well. Like in wrestling, you're always learning. You know, and I'm so grateful of Dan and Will and Robert as well. You know, to have the trust in me. You know, to wrestle such a superstar like Willow is. So yeah, I'm just really looking forward to that. I cannot wait.
Yeah, and again, like that's like a huge signifier of how far you come, right? The last couple of years, in the fact that, like, again, now Dan and Willow look to you and be like, you're deserving of this match. We think you can go with Willow. Like, that's a huge validation of all the stuff you've been doing.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. It just tops it off, like all the hard work and, you know, I have put in over the last 12, 18 months to become who I am. You know, and it's just like a gift, really, of appreciation. And yeah, I'm just so excited for it. I cannot wait.
You are going to have to get that game face on though, right? Because like Willow's Orcs planning, it's very infectious. You got to make sure you can't, like, you're proper in the zone for that. Because
yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be tough to, like, it's tough to beat the hell out of Willow just because she's so friendly. She's so lovely. Like,
well,
he's going to beat her.
I wouldn't think so.
Going to show what Lucy Sky is all about. It's going to be great. It's going to be incredible. And again, like, we won't talk about just because again, you wrestled on your place. So let's talk about, before we get into TNT, like, just a match you had recently as well, against Rio again, like at Progress. Yeah. I mean, again, that's another huge moment, right? That's another, like, we talk about like the big three in British wrestling, and is Rev Pro, Progress, E, and then those opportunities to be like getting a title shot at Progress, like, that's, again, it's another signifier, right? It's another show of how far you come and the opportunities you're getting now.
Yeah, like since I was like 15, 16, you know, Progress has always been the one that I wanted to get on. I thought it was such a high standard, you know, for me to set at that stage, like a 15, 16-year-old. So yeah, making my debut there meant a lot. Yeah, and I'm so glad it was against Rio. You know, Rio's another one, like, she's so amazing, so talented. She's literally like one of a kind to wrestle. Yeah, so making my Progress debut meant a lot. And again, yeah, like you said, it's just a sit back moment of like how far I have come. And yeah, anything's possible.
It is, and it's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, again, we touched on TNT as well, like, and you talk about how much Jay has helped you there, and like, again, it feels like that's the place where, even like last time we spoke, you were still like a mainstay there. But it feels like that's the place where, like, you've grown the most as a wrestler and as a person, in terms of like what you've been through there, like what you've gone through, the matches you've had, the way you've been built, and the fact that now, again, like, you're at that like top level there after so long being there. It feels like it's that validation of, like, I don't know how it feels for you. For me, it's like, it feels like it's watching you in, like, I guess, like your home promotion, like you're like, that's where you were sort of like a homegrown talent at TNT.
Yeah. So I first started wrestling for TNT in, I think it was 2020. I want to say Simon's Fury, 2020. So yeah, it is like my whole promotion, and like with Jay like backing me so much, you know, that is where I've grew. Like some of the matches I've had there is insane, and as you said, the way Jay's built me there, he's built me to be one of the best. So yeah, I'm forever grateful of the platform that I was given back in 2020, because, like I say, without TNT, I wouldn't be where I am today. Without Jay, I wouldn't be where I am today. You know, just having someone to fall back on and believe in you, just means so much. And yeah, like, I've always wanted to do like death matches, and taking that opportunity. And he was like, "You sure?" I was like, "Yeah."
When did that happen? When did you decide I'm going to be Deathmatch Lucy now? When did that click? Because it felt like again, I only know obviously like watching as a fan. Like, as a fan, it just sort of came out of nowhere. Like it seemed like an obvious choice, but I was just like, what? I was like, shit, Lucy doing Deathmatch now? What?
Honestly, if I didn't have the day job that I do, because I work in like a dementia home, I'd do death matches full stop. Like I just love them. Like it's madness. It first come about really. I was just like, I just said to Jay, I was like, I really want to do a death match, and he was like, you don't, and I was like, I do. I really want to do one. So yeah, that's where it stems from really. And then my first death match, was it Casey Owens? Yeah. Casey Owens it was, and we just literally in the space of like 2 months, Jay just gave me what I wanted to do, and he just built this amazing storyline within 5 minutes with Casey Owens to get me my death match. And yeah, we were just like, Casey, you're the one. You're the chosen one. You're doing it. It was like,
see, I mean, like I feel bad for Casey because it was a hell of a beating. Like, but like in terms of deathmatch, like that's a really safe pair of hands to have your first deathmatch with someone like as experienced as Casey, who's been through it, who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was saying to Jay. Like, for my first one, I need someone in there who's experienced. Because honestly, I was absolutely bricking it. Jay was like, "You're not going to get in there and back out, are you?" I was like, "No." And in my head, I was thinking, maybe. Honestly, I was dead scared. But literally, like, as soon as I made my entrance for that death match, I was just like, this is what I need to be doing. I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
How did it feel post-match?
Do you know what? Straight after the match, I was adrenaline was just pumping through me, so I didn't feel nothing. And then all my family came to watch as well, so obviously I was chatting with them, and I was just on like cloud nine. I was just so happy. But yeah, the next morning wasn't great.
That's when you feel. That's when the adrenaline's died down. That's where the pain.
Yeah, well, actually, it was like I'd say it was about 40 minutes after my match. And also I went to see the medics and stuff, and get cleans up and things like that. And it was then my adrenaline started coming down. So like when it was like cleaning my wounds, I was like, oh, that hurts a little bit. And then when I got home, I had the shower. The shower after a death match is the worst shower you could have ever. Like, it stings so bad. It is the worst pain ever.
Thing is, I've never considered that, but like, because I know that, like, again, as a not a wrestler, but like when you cut yourself, like a paper cut, or like you cut yourself somewhere, and then you go in the shower and you're like, oh, you forget it's there. But I nearly considered it as like a deathmatch league. But you're right, it must be awful.
It is horrendous. Like the glass that's like in your back, like the little shards of glass and stuff like that. Oh my god, it's literally like showering with a cheese grater.
Yeah, I'd never tried this, but you're right. That's got to be bad. That's got to be real bad.
It is, honestly.
Again, like that's when I imagine like if they've missed a bit of glass or something, if they've missed something there, you're like, oh, that's still there. That's nice.
Yeah.
And then it's just how many days can you go showering with it hurting? That's when you know you're recovered, when you shower and it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Like, oh, easy. Done.
Yeah. Let's go again.
Next one. Come on. So, not just ETF, exclusively Deathmatch. Let's talk about just Deathmatch Lucy at the minute. Who's next? Who do you want next? Who's the next one? Who's on the bucket list for like, that's got to happen?
Emerson Jane. 100%.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be what you said, but like,
yeah.
you say it.
Yeah. Oh, it's just the dream match. Like Emerson's so good. Like normal wrestling, tag wrestling, deathmatch wrestling, you name it, Emerson is the one for it.
She's the what? More than triple threat, right? She's like the all rounder.
Yeah, absolutely. She's just so amazing. Like she just reminds me of me. Like we're not bothered. We just want to have fun.
Go through it all. Just go through it. Yeah. And then, I mean, like, again, Emerson's like the top tier one, isn't it? Emerson's like, especially like, I mean, again, we say all rounder, but deathmatch wise, I think, especially in the UK, she's the gold standard, right? She's the one that you look at tonight. Because who the fuck else is putting darts in their mouth? And
Yeah.
are you ready?
No, I draw a line at something. No job.
You leave that to her. You leave that to her.
Yeah, that's her job.
You know she's good at deathmatch because, like, again, the way I equate with Emerson is like she had that deathmatch with Luke Jacobs, and now Luke bleeds just like all the time. Like he's just bleeding. Like, not even deathmatch now. Luke just loves bleeding all the time now. He never used to, and he had that deathmatch with Emerson, and now he just bleeds all the time. And you're like, wow, that is she's rubbed off on him there. Like that's bad influence.
Yeah.
But again, that'll be you soon. You'll have that match, and then every match it'll just be like, I need it. I need the rush. I need it.
Yeah. It is. It's honestly, it's just like it's like an addiction, you know. It genuinely is. Like the adrenaline you get in a normal match compared to a death match is just completely different. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Like the way you feel during it, after it, and it helps when like there's so many deathmatch fans now. Like literally, I'd say there's more deathmatch fans than there is like normal wrestling fans. Like everyone just loves death matches. So when you're in there and you're getting, you know, the crowd chants and you can hear the crowds, and that's what just keeps you going. Like it's all about the fans, you know, in wrestling and pleasing them. So yeah, once they're behind you and stuff, it's just like it's just a different type of feeling towards any other match.
And last thing I know, and I say it to a lot of people, like a lot of deathmatch wrestlers that we've had on in the past, in terms of like, and I know especially the last few weeks, there's been a lot of discourse, especially from a certain former WWE star, about like deathmatch wrestling and how it like doesn't have a story. But like, I feel like deathmatch wrestling has grown over the last few years in the terms that like people are starting to see deathmatch wrestlers as more than just deathmatch wrestlers. Like people are starting to see them as wrestlers who can just do it all. They're just good wrestlers who like to be crazy as shit every now and then.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is.
Which is like, I think that's so needed. I think it's so important because I think like so long there's been that stigma around deathmatch wrestling that always just a gimmick and like it's not wrestling, but it is. Because like wrestling, what is wrestling anyway, right? You know, like when you really boil it down, it's just entertainment at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Like, if that's the way you want to entertain people, fair play. If people want to see it, even more fair play, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I love it. I'll tell you what. I know you said Emerson for the dream. I'm in the mind. I was sort of hoping Charlie Evans.
Yeah, that'd be another good one.
Like, I kind of want that to happen.
Yeah, that'd be another good one.
Deathmatch chairs back in the UK, I think would be something great.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, US a killer match there. That would be like, I think that's a TNT match, right? That's got TNT written all over it. Jay, you got to tell Jay now. Like, you got to go back to Jay and be like, book this match.
Yeah.
He'll book it. You'll be like, oh, Jamie from Grapple Theory wants to see it. He'll be like, yes, love him. Let's do it. And that'll be it. And then we'll all be happy, right? It'll be great. Everyone wants to see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Away from deathmatch, or like including deathmatch, but like not exclusively to deathmatch. What's next for Lucy Sky in TNT in general? Where do you want to be like in the next year or so? Like again, you've had a great year and a half, but like where do you want to be in the next 12 months? I
just want to keep growing. You know, keep putting on, you know, good matches. And yeah, eventually, you know, I want to get my TNT Undisputed Women's Championships back from Lana Austin.
I'm sure you will. Lana's too distracted now. She's got Holly Barlow by her side. Like, got that like frenemies thing going on. Like, there's too much distraction there, I'm sure.
Yeah. So that's my aim.
That's another one where you see like. Do we need to see that death match? I think you should go through Holly first as the death match, isn't it?
We'll see what Holly says about that.
I'm not sure what Holly says about that. I'm intrigued by what Holly would say. Matt, I'm not sure. I can't imagine it's a go for it sort of thing. But, like,
we'll see what Holly says.
Amazing. What about just in general, like ambition-wise? Because again, you have been smashing it. I think people are really starting to see what Lucy Sky is capable of now. So where do you want to be just generally like, outside of TNT in the next like 12 months, 2 years, like or so? Like, what's the ambition for you in terms of where you want to be, what you want to do next?
My like ambition in the next like year or two is Japan. I really want to do a tour of Japan, like Marvelous and stuff. I've been speaking with the Japan women who come over like to Eve and stuff, and they're like, "You'll be great in Japan." So yeah, I really want to do Japan, and I also really want to do Mexico as well.
Yeah.
Like personally, I wouldn't turn down the opportunity of being signed. I wouldn't be so stupid to, but personally, that's not my goal. Like I love what I'm doing now. And yeah, I just want to continue what I'm doing now on the indies and stuff like that. And, do a tour of Japan, do a tour of Mexico and stuff. So I'd say that's my end goal. Yeah. So Japan and Mexico is the ambition.
No, we'd love to see that. That would be amazing. I think you definitely deserve it. You would smash it out in Japan. Like they're right. You would absolutely kill it. Like they love like the Japanese crowds love like a beefy like gaijin who's going to come in and tear everyone apart. Which it seems fun and productive, but you want someone to come in and destroy all your talent. You know what I mean in the ring, like. But like they love it, don't they? Like you see people that like Nightshade's thrived over there. Niga Samuels as well, Rain and Lena Cross as well. Like I don't know if you're not British, but like they just love like a beefy bruiser who's going to come in and tear shit up.
Absolutely, yeah.
And like
I'd love to do Japan.
Oh, you smash it. That'd be great. Yeah, let's manifest it. Let's make it happen. I need that to happen. It's happen. Hell yeah. That would be great. That would be great. I mean, it's great seeing just how far you've come again, like the last couple of years. It really is. It's amazing to see that you've grown so much. And it's amazing to see that you're getting those reps that you deserve now, which is great. And I think honestly, like I do think the sky's the limit for you now. I think you can go on and do like whatever you want to do now.
Yeah, hopefully.
For sure. I want to ask you as well, like, just come back to you for a second, just because again, like, I've not actually had many E-talent on since Willow started doing all the backstage stuff. But like, talk to me about that, because I know you said like the influence he's had on you, but like, what has he brought to like the backstage or the dressing room that like maybe not necessarily was missing, but like what has he added to like what Dan had already been doing?
He's just so knowledgeable. He knows what works, he knows what doesn't work. So just to have him like backstage to help you with your matches, and agent those matches is just insane. Is one of those as well who will push you out your comfort zone, who'll make you step outside of that zone, what you're not used to. And that's exactly what he did with me. Like just going back to the match with Nightshade again, that's exactly what I did. Like that was the first match that I've ever hit a frog splash in. He was like, "Did you do a frog splash?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Have you ever done one?" I'm like, "No." He was like, "Right, well, you're doing one." And I was like, "Okay."
It's not really choice, because yep, you're doing it. It's fine.
Yeah. And I was like, "Can I please try and climb the ropes first?"
How long was this game? Did you get it like?
Yeah, I got it straight away. Luckily. But yeah, like he just literally, like I said, is just so knowledgeable, and the confidence he's put in me, the just everything. Like working with Will has been one of the best gifts I could have ever asked for in wrestling. He's just so good. He's literally one of the best in the world, like without a doubt. And just to have him there to, like I said, help is just insane. Like it genuinely makes you lost for words for how much effort and knowledge he puts into us. And especially with it being like an all women's promotion, it's what we need. We need that someone. Do you know what I mean? It just makes shows like nothing's the same and everything's different. And like I said, yeah, he's one of them people who has really stuck by me and believes in me and pushed me to my limits. And without him there, genuinely don't think that, I'd be where I am in Eve, especially, getting these opportunities against Willow and stuff like that. I genuinely don't think I would have had that if it wasn't for Will pushing me to my absolute limits. And telling me, you can do this. This is who you are. Embrace it. You're different to everyone else. Go out there and smash it. And, like every match that I've had at Eve, is like, you smash that, you smash that. So yeah, just having him like to back me, be behind me and be a supporter means like everything.
No, I love that. I love that. Big up, Will. Again, like, I think it was like, I think I was a little torn when he first started working with Eve, because I like, as a fan, just wasn't sure of like, not necessarily the motive, you know what I mean? Like, is he putting his all into it, sort of thing? But like, speaking to people like you and like other wrestlers who have worked with him now at Eve, and like speaking to him as well, like, you can just see the passion. You can just see the fact that like, no, it's not just like something to do. He's doing this because he wants to do this and he loves doing this. Like, there's no passing with it. It's like he's fully in on this.
Yeah, you can tell he just loves what he does, and he loves to help people. And you can just tell his main objective is to just help people.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely what he's achieved with me anyway.
No, I love that. And again, like, you see it just at the shows, like, you got like, again, you guys are doing your thing in the ring, or like Dan's getting set up and you've got just the best wrestler in the world coming in, like setting up chairs and like making sure everyone's in place. And you're like, what? Like,
yeah.
No, big up, Will. Love that. I love that. But Lucy, before we wrap up, I've got one more question for you. And this isn't a question that I've left. It's a question someone else has left, because we've got a closing tradition here on the podcast where our last guest leaves a question for our next guest. But there's no context to it. So you're not allowed to let you know. I'm not allowed to let you know who left you the question. You're not allowed to know who left you the question. And yeah, it's all very out of context.
Okay.
This is a weird one. This is a weird question you left here. Because no one has ever been asked anything like this. Okay, so it's a classic would you rather that you've been left. It's, would you rather forget your gear and wrestle someone very smelly, or forget your merch and have no entrance music?
Oh. I'm gonna go with I'd rather forget my merch and have no music.
I think that's the smart choice. I don't think you will forget your gear. I know we asked that as part of Audition the Day, like, whose gear would you have? But I think generally you don't want to be forgetting your gear.
Yeah, that's one thing you don't want to be doing.
Yeah, and again, as someone who's never wrestled, I imagine you probably also want to wrestle someone who's like quite hygienic, and you get in there and they don't smell really bad.
Yeah, that's always a bonus.
Yeah, like, again, there's chances to sell other merch and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also, if I'm honest, I think you're like the perfect person to ask this question to, because I think you with no entrance music would be like, I love your entrance music, it's great and it's so you, but like, I think you with no entrance music would also just be equally as intimidating. Like, if you did the whole like John Cena thing where they're like, they blacked it out and they had no entrance music. Yeah. Like, with John, it was kind of weird, but I feel like with you, I'd just be like terrified. You'd just be, holy shit, I'm going to die right now.
Maybe we'll have to try it.
So try it. Yeah, like at TNT or at Eve. Talk to Jay or Dan, see if they'll allow it. Like, that'll be it. When we're not even saying if, this is when you face Nyla Rose for the title, just come out, no entrance music, just deadpan staring straight at her. She will be terrified and you'll win that title in 5 minutes.
There we go. Pause it back.
Saw it. Love it. I'm glad we sorted that out. That's fantastic. Some great booking in the future there as well. Inisi, thank you so much for coming back on the podcast. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Thank you for having me.
No, of course. It's been great to have you back on. And like, again, just congratulations on everything you've been achieving. It's so cool to see you thriving right now. Like, and I'm so happy for that. And as usual, we always end the podcast by giving our guests the final word. So for anyone who sees you on a match poster, on a match card near them, they come to check you out, and hopefully soon in Japan as well. Wherever anyone comes to see you, why is Lucy Sky going to steal the show?
Lucy Sky's going to steal the show because there's no one like her on the scene. I don't believe. There's strength, the power. I've had a lot of people say I'm quite quick as well. So yeah. So if you see me on a poster, match graphic or whatever, get yourselves down and find out why I'll steal a show.